The vaccine news comes at a desperate time. The U.S. has added around 1 million new cases of the virus in less than a week. That brings the national total above 11 million as daily cases rise in 49 states across the country.
And with so many cases in such a short time, many hospitals are on the brink of getting overwhelmed. Carter Evans is in hard-hit Salt Lake City, where ICUs are almost full. Carter, good morning to you. How much more can hospitals take there?
Well, not much more at all, and that's the problem, and that's why doctors and nurses are now pleading with people to help them get this virus under control. We spoke with one doctor who says he has patients who are in the hospital who have tested positive for the virus but still don't believe this pandemic is real. He says he's seen more human suffering in the last month than he has in his entire career.
COVID cases are pushing Utah's hospitals to the brink, and things are almost certainly going to get worse, according to Dr. Brandon Webb.
It's almost like watching a slow-motion train wreck. You know what's coming, and it looks horrible.
That's the problem with the mathematics of this, is that we do know what's coming. We're seeing so many cases day over day that unless definitive steps are taken to interrupt the transmission cycle, exceeding capacity is a mathematical inevitability.
Many frontline workers are already stretched thin by work that's physically exhausting and emotionally draining, like Nurse Katrina Emery.
Families are always looking for hope, but sometimes there's just not a lot of hope to give them.
Grim scenes continue to unfold in El Paso, Texas, where county inmates were loading bodies into mobile morgue trucks over the weekend. The county judge there says using inmate labor indicates the city's level of staff shortages. More than 200 people have died in that city from COVID in the last month. With cases and hospitalizations smashing records, at least 27 states have imposed new coronavirus restrictions on businesses and gatherings in the last 2 weeks. On Sunday in Michigan, which saw at least 496 deaths from COVID last week, the governor announced a 3-week freeze on indoor dining and in-person learning for high school and college students.
If we don't take aggressive action right now, we could soon see 1,000 deaths per week here in Michigan.
But without more targeted restrictions, hospital systems nationwide could be just weeks away from their breaking point, according to infectious disease expert Michael Osterholm.
My worst fear is what we saw happen in other countries where people were dying on the streets. People literally were dying in the waiting room of emergency rooms after spending 10 hours just waiting to be seen. That's going to start happening, and we will see the breadth and the depth of this tragedy.
And then, of course, there is the economic fallout from the pandemic, which is still a huge issue. Take a look at the line for this food bank. This is near Dallas, a line of cars spilling out onto the freeway as food for some 25,000 people was distributed over the weekend. Organizers say that is their largest food giveaway ever. Anthony?
Stunning pictures there, Carter. Thank you very much.